What's up, everybody? Welcome to Laced with Dreams. I'm here today to tell you why your music sucks. It doesn't. The point of this video, first of all, is that your music doesn't suck, or your art does not suck. None of it sucks, okay? It's not that it sucks. You think that it sucks because you, as a person, have been conditioned to believe that everything that you create is supposed to be for other people. You have been conditioned to believe that the art that you create, the music that you create, the things that you do are supposed to please others. And the irony is, if your objective or your motivation is to get other people to like you and to be famous and blah, 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 like, your art is going to suffer. And it's going to be, and so is the world, actually. You're doing yourself a disservice, but you're also doing the world a disservice. Because first of all, you aren't creating anything that's authentic and genuine to you. You're creating something for the ears and eyes of another person that is not you. And so the art that you're creating sucks, quote unquote, sucks because you are not creating something that's authentic for you. You're creating a copy of somebody else, or you're creating an idea of what somebody else is going to want to listen to or look at, right? And that's not real art. That's not art, because art is an expression of the inner self. Art is an expression of our internal world, who we are inside. That's what art is. And so anybody who genuinely wants to consume some form of art, whether it's like music or visual art or movies or film or whatever, the reason that there's a few reasons that a person might want to like explore those things, but one of the reasons is because they want to see the inner world of somebody else, because it's so fucking interesting. It's so intriguing to see that. It's so interesting to see what's going on in other people's minds and other people's inner worlds. And so if you are creating from a place of, I want to be performative and impress this other person, then you're not really creating art, you're creating a commodity. You're creating like a product, right, for people to consume. And so that is, first of all, going to diminish the quality of it a lot. And when I say quality, what I mean is, how accurately is it depicting what's going on in your internal world? Because so often we determine quality as the how closely does it align to the standard in this field, and that's fucking stupid, because art is not like that. That's not like things like engineering, manufacturing, certain kinds of like products and services. Yes, that you have to adhere to some sort of standard, some sort of industry, guideline to provide a certain blah, blah, blah for so-and-so people. But in art, that's not the way that things work. And unfortunately, our society has kind of made it that way so that it is, quote unquote, the way that it works. But the thing is, you can beat the competition by way of authenticity. You see, you're in a competitive field, but it doesn't have to be. Because all you have to do to take the competition completely out of the game is be yourself. Because nobody is as good as being you as you are. So when it comes to creating music, when it comes to creating art, when it comes to creating whatever it is, if you are a creative, then the best thing that you can do for yourself and the best thing that you can do for the world is to create something that you genuinely enjoy. Create something from your own heart and your own mind, not for the service of another person. And that's the irony, is that we think that we're being selfish when we do that. But actually, the inverse is true. By creating something as a means of pleasing and providing, as a means of impressing and pleasing another person, you're actually being selfish, because you are, first of all, you are depriving the world of something unique and interesting, which is what you really have inside of you. What is inside of you right now is unique, interesting, and important. That's without a doubt. That's every person who has any kind of like creative bone in their body. They have something unique, interesting, and important inside of them. So you're doing yourself and the world a disservice by not providing that, by not showing that, and by instead feeling like you have to act like everybody else and do the same thing that everybody else does. That's that's not art. That's not creativity. So if you're thinking like, man, if you came into this video thinking like, man, my music sucks, my art sucks. Listen, it only sucks if you're holding it to the standard of like, what does this person do? What does this person's music sound like? What does this person's self-portrait look like? Hold yourself to that standard, and yeah, your stuff is gonna suck unless you're a really good copycat. But if you instead hold yourself to the standard of how well can I express my inner world? How accurately can I depict what's going on inside my mind and my heart? And instead hold yourself to that standard and fuck what other people think, to be honest with you. It doesn't matter what they think. But if you can hold yourself to that standard instead of comparing yourself to other people, your art and your music will cease to suck. Because the truth is, it never sucked in the first place. Much love to you guys. Thank you for sharing the space with me. I will see you in the next one.